Have you ever stopped to think about how many times you use your car without really knowing it? You get in, start the engine, adjust the steering wheel, turn on the air conditioning, and drive to your destination. For many, the car is just a tool. But behind every button, every symbol on the dashboard, and every compartment, there are features that most drivers ignore. The most surprising thing is that these features are not decorative details or whims of the manufacturers. Many of them were designed to solve real problems, to increase your safety, to improve comfort on your daily trips, or even to save you money on costly repairs. Today, I want to reveal to you 9 secrets of your car that, if you don't know them, you'll regret it someday. We're not talking about professional mechanic knowledge, but about details that any driver should know, and yet they go unnoticed until the moment you desperately need them. Get ready, because what you'll learn here can mean the difference between being stranded on the road, getting out of trouble in a matter of seconds. First secret: the hidden mechanical key in the remote. At first glance, it seems that all modern cars rely solely on electronics. You press a button and the doors open. You press another and the engine starts. But what happens when the remote control battery dies at the worst possible moment? What few people know is that inside most remotes, there is a hidden mechanical key. It's so small that many owners haven't even taken the time to look for it. And yet, it's the resource that will allow you to open your car when the electronic system fails. To remove it, you just have to press a lock or slide a small tab. That key opens the driver's door in the traditional way, like in the old days. And although it may seem simple, this secret can save you from truly stressful situations. Imagine leaving the supermarket with full bags and realizing that the remote doesn't respond, or being late for work and discovering that you can't get into your own car. In those cases, that little key is your salvation. The best part? It also works to open the trunk when the electrical system fails, something that, for many, has meant recovering tools or the spare tire in an emergency. Second secret: the air recirculation button. Among the air conditioning buttons, there is one that most people touch without really understanding what it does. An icon that looks like a car with an arrow spinning inside it. That is the air recirculation button. When you activate it, the car stops taking air from the outside and starts reusing the air that is already inside the cabin. It may sound insignificant, but its usefulness is enormous. When you are behind a truck emitting smoke, you avoid filling your cabin with toxic gases. When you pass through an area with garbage or bad odors, the system prevents the stench from invading your car. When you turn on the air conditioning in the middle of summer, the cold is maintained and the cabin cools down faster because the system is not bringing in hot air from outside. Now, there is a detail that many are unaware of. Using it continuously can be harmful. If you leave it on for hours, the oxygen inside decreases, the air becomes heavy, and you may even feel sleepy or dizzy on long trips. The key is to use it intelligently. Activate it at specific times, and when the environment is clean again, deactivate it to let fresh air in. Such a small button, but with so much impact, shows how cars are full of solutions that almost no one takes advantage of. Third secret: the shift lock release button. This is, without a doubt, one of the most underrated secrets. Next to the gear shift of many automatic cars, there is a small slot with the inscription Shift Lock or Shift Lock Release. For most, it's a decoration. For others, a mystery. But the truth is that it can get you out of a huge jam. Imagine your battery dies and the gear shift gets stuck in P, parking. Under normal conditions, the car cannot be moved, not even to be pushed to the side. Many, at that point, call a tow truck. But that little button changes everything. If you remove the cover and press with the key or a screwdriver, the mechanism releases the lever and you can put it in N, neutral. That way, the car can be pushed without needing to start it. Do you realize the value? A small button that can save you the cost of a tow truck. Moreover, it's knowledge that doesn't require being a mechanic, just knowing it exists. Many drivers find this out too late, after having spent money or gone through great inconvenience. You, from today, now know one of the secrets that has caused the most regrets for the unprepared. Fourth secret: the hidden hook in the trunk. Have you ever noticed a small hook or holder on the inside of your trunk? trunk. Many see it and ignore it, thinking it's just a design detail. But in reality, that hidden hook has a very practical purpose. It's made to hang bags and prevent them from spilling on every turn. Think about it. You go to the supermarket, buy cleaning products, fruits, or glass bottles. Driving back, you hear everything rolling and bumping inside the trunk. What was a quiet trip turns into an orchestra of annoying noises, and when you open the trunk, you find half the bags open. That little hook is the solution. You just hang the bags with handles and they stay firm throughout the journey. It's one of those features designed for the driver's comfort, but that goes unnoticed because nobody explains it when buying the car. In some models, there are even several distributed hooks to better organize the cargo, and they are not limited to bags. They also serve to hang small backpacks, umbrellas, or even an emergency flashlight. The funny thing is that many people discover its usefulness years after buying the car, and what's worse, they regret not having used it sooner after so many times picking up crushed tomatoes in the trunk. Fifth secret, the arrow next to the gas gauge. On the dashboard of every car, there is a fuel level indicator, but next to it, almost always, there is a small triangle or arrow. Have you ever wondered what it means? That symbol indicates on which side the gas tank cap is. It might seem like an obvious detail, but believe me, millions of drivers don't know it. The value of this secret is noticeable in two common situations. When you use a borrowed or rental car, you arrive at the gas station and wonder, is the tank on the left or the right? With a quick glance at the dashboard, the arrow tells you. When you frequently change cars. If there are several cars in your house, you have surely tried to park on the wrong side at the gas station at some point. That small triangle saves time, avoids unnecessary maneuvers, and above all, makes you look like a more confident and experienced driver. It's incredible how such a tiny symbol can generate so much regret in those who discover it too late. Sixth secret, the seatbelt height adjustment. Many drivers complain that the seatbelt rubs against their neck or presses too tightly on their shoulder. What most don't know is that in a large number of cars, there is a seat belt height adjustment located on the door pillar. It is a sliding mechanism that allows you to raise or lower the anchor point. With that, the belt adapts better to the height of the driver or passenger, increasing comfort and safety. Why is it important? Because a poorly positioned seatbelt can be dangerous in an accident. If it's too close to the neck, it can cause serious injuries. If it's too low, it doesn't properly restrain the torso. The most curious thing is that this adjustment has existed for years, but since it's not promoted, most users never even touch it, and after years of discomfort, they end up discovering it by accident, often when they sell the car. It's another secret that makes people wonder, why didn't I find out sooner? Seventh secret, the internal trunk latch. This secret has a critical function, saving lives. In many modern cars, inside the trunk, there is a small luminous or fluorescent latch. Its purpose is to allow someone trapped inside to get out. This mechanism was designed to prevent tragedies, especially in cases of kidnappings or accidents where a person gets locked in the trunk. It works simply. You just have to pull the handle from the inside and the trunk opens, even if it is locked from the outside. It seems like something out of a movie, but in real life, it has prevented fatal situations, and it's a secret that most drivers never notice because they rarely open their trunk from the inside or take the time to check the details of the compartment. Many, when they discover it, feel a mixture of surprise and guilt. Surprise for not knowing it before, and guilt for not having taught their children or family members that this feature can save them in an emergency. Eighth secret, the rain sensor adjustment. In many modern cars, the windshield wipers no longer depend solely on manual control. They are equipped with a rain sensor, a small device placed on the windshield that detects water droplets and automatically activates the blades. What few people know is that on the control lever, there is usually a sensitivity adjustment. This means that not only can you let the car decide when to wipe, but you can also configure how much water is needed to activate them. If you live in a place where the rains are light, you probably prefer a lower sensitivity, so that the wiper is not working all the time with just a few drops. On the contrary, if you drive at night or on roads where visibility is crucial, higher sensitivity can save you from a scare. This adjustment seems like a minor detail, but it makes the difference between a relaxed and a stressful drive. Thousands of people spend years moving the lever without understanding why the wipers seem to work capriciously. The regret comes when they discover that they always had the option to customize it. It's another reminder that reading the car's manual could have avoid frustrations that accompany a driver throughout the vehicle's lifespan. Ninth secret, night vision. We now enter one of the most surprising secrets, reserved for high-end vehicles: night vision. This is a system that uses infrared cameras or thermal sensors to project a clear image of what is happening in front of the car onto the dashboard screen, even in complete darkness. The benefit is obvious: detecting pedestrians, animals, or obstacles that the headlights do not illuminate in time. Imagine driving on a rural road without street lighting and seeing a deer on the screen before it appears in your real field of vision. That fraction of a second can mean the difference between a scare and a serious accident. Although it is not a widespread feature in all cars, knowing about it makes many drivers realize how limited their concept of safety was. They regret having dismissed this option when buying a used car or not informing themselves about what the model really offered. This secret reveals something deeper. The modern automobile is much more than an engine and four wheels. It is a constantly evolving machine, incorporating technologies from aviation or military systems. And the average driver barely scratches the surface of everything they have in their hands. The secrets that transform the way you drive. We have gone through 9 secrets that, although simple, radically change the driving experience. From the hook in the trunk that prevents chaos after the supermarket, to the arrow on the dashboard that saves awkward maneuvers at the gas station. From the seatbelt height adjustment, which protects your integrity, to the night vision, which opens a new dimension of safety on the road. What is common to all of them is collective ignorance, features designed to help that most people never notice. And it is precisely this lack of knowledge that produces regret, that bitter feeling of having driven for years without making the most of what your car already offered. In the end, this journey leaves 2 lessons. Explore your vehicle. Take a few minutes to check buttons, symbols, and manuals. You might find something that improves your safety or comfort. Share the knowledge. What may be a curiosity for you, for another driver could mean avoiding an unnecessary expense or an accident. And now, I ask you, which of these secrets did you already know, and which one surprised you the most? Write it in the comments, and let's talk about it. If this content provided you with value, give it a like, share it with other drivers, and above all, subscribe so you don't miss the next videos full of practical and revealing information. Because in the end, driving is not just about getting from point A to point B, but about doing it with confidence, safety, and wisdom.